Brenda Tate slipped through my back door, crowbar in hand, muttering orders to her sidekick like she owned my house. She thought I was out of town, oblivious to her scheme. But I was parked 2 blocks away, watching her every move on a live camera feed, my old sheriff's instincts humming. Inside, 3 former colleagues from the force waited, hidden in shadows. The trap was set, cameras rolling, mics catching her every word. She crossed my hallway, aiming for my office to plant fake evidence, when a voice boomed, "Hands where we can see them!" Brenda froze. Her buddy, Tom Rhee, dropped his bag, eyes wide. Before they could bolt, cops emerged from every corner: study, garage, bedroom. Brenda didn't realize this wasn't just a house. It was a sting. She'd broken in thinking she ruled Sycamore Hills. Now, she was getting arrested. Let's rewind to how it began, before the cuffs, cameras, and her stepping into my trap. Sycamore Hills looked like a postcard. Fresh asphalt, neat hedges, pastel homes with white shutters, neighbors waving with hollow smiles. As a former detective, I'd seen too much to trust perfection. 2 years ago, I bought the house at the end of Ashbury Lane. Quiet, private, backed by woods that echoed fishing trips with my dad. After 15 years of cartel raids, betrayals, and blood-soaked memories, I wasn't fully retired from law enforcement. The instincts stuck, scanning rooms, reflexes sharp. Sycamore Hills was my shot at peace. Then came Brenda Tate, HOA president. Day 1 she appeared, clipboard poised, fake warmth oozing like a rusty faucet. She introduced herself like royalty, rattling off rules, lawn care, parking, even curtain colors facing the street. I nodded, smiled, stayed quiet. Big mistake. A week later, a letter hit my garage. Bins out 45 minutes post-pickup. 30's the limit. Then, non-compliant landscaping. My hedge trim disrupted uniformity. Next, excessive barking from my German Shepherd Rex, who barely growled unless someone neared. Brenda wasn't enforcing rules. She was targeting me. Neighbors whispered warnings, too scared to speak up, fearing fines, letters, her wrath. Brenda ran the HOA like a dictator, loyalists safe, dissenters punished. She had cronies on the board, pals and city records, a violator hit list, she flaunted. But she picked the wrong target. I'd spent years undercover in organized crime. Surveillance, interrogation, break-ins were my specialty. I knew power-hungry minds, how they tested, pushed, broke people. I didn't break. I documented. When I clocked her game, my house became a fortress. Motion sensors hid in fixtures, trail cams watched the front, indoor surveillance logged to a secure drive with live backups. Rex was trained for silent alerts, not barking. I hoped it'd fizzle out. Then came her hand-delivered letter in bold red. Emergency inspection. Suspicious activity reported. She and a security assistant would enter my home for safety. She had no legal right. It was trespassing. But she thought she was untouchable. I wasn't waiting anymore. I called Detective Laura Hayes, my old partner, who owed me after I took a bullet for her in a bust. "Sting?" she asked. "No, inside. Legal. Waiting. Done," she said. Within 48 hours, I'd filed her letter with the PD as attempted unlawful entry. Laura secured a monitoring warrant for HOA harassment. I staged a weekend trip, drove off, and parked nearby in my black SUV, an old surveillance rig. Inside, 3 officers hid. Study, garage, bedroom, cameras hot. Rex with Laura. Brenda thought she'd win. She walked into my trap. From my SUV, I watched the live feed. Coffee gone cold. At dusk, the alley cam caught Brenda, sunglasses, gloves, smug, sneaking with Tom Rhee, HOA board member and ex-guard, toting a gym bag and pry bar. "We're clear," she hissed. He left. Back Monday. She didn't know I was there. Laura waited inside, poised. Tom pried the back door. It cracked open. They entered, Brenda striding in. "Quick photo. The office, monitors, electronics," she ordered. "Say he's spying on neighbors. Grounds for an HOA vote." Tom unzipped the bag. Gloves, camera, Folders. Planting evidence. Laura whispered via earpiece. They're in. Audio-visual confirmed. Execute, I said. Officer Grant stepped from the coat closet, badge out. Step back. Hands up now. Brenda spun, stunned. Tom dropped the bag, hands high. What? Who are you? She snapped. Official HOA inspection. Laura emerged. Detective Laura Hayes, Metro PD. You're trespassing, caught on surveillance, suspected of falsifying evidence. You're done. Brenda's eyes darted. She lunged past, hitting Officer Miles emerging from the basement. Nowhere to run. This is a setup, she yelled. I have rights. Laura unfolded a warrant. Complaint, protective order, HOA, misconduct probe. You're a suspect now. Brenda went quiet, bravado gone, just a twitch of realization. Cuffs clicked. Tom looked ashamed. Brenda, betrayed, not by us, but by her own arrogance. Neighbours filmed as they were led out. One clapped. I pulled up, locking eyes with Brenda. She glared, twisted with fury. I said nothing. Her power was dust. News hit Sycamore Hills like a thunderclap. HOA president cuffed. Footage went viral by sundown. Captions flew. Brenda's power trip ends. Dictator down. No one defended her. The next morning, an emergency HOA meeting packed the clubhouse. I walked in, heads turning. Some nodded, some gaped. I sat front, folder ready. Board members Paul Clean, Ellen Brooks, and Nina Chun looked sleepless, rattled. Order, Paul croaked. Brenda Tate's removed, pending investigation. We condemn her actions. Knew nothing. I stood. Here's evidence, audio, video of Brenda and Tom Ree planting fakes. Gasps rose. Nina whispered, How long? How many homes? The floodgates opened. A man. $1,800 fine for patio furniture I owned. A woman. Fence repaint, double charged. Another. My son, accused of vandalism, banned. The room erupted. Years of Brenda's tyranny spilled out. Paul quit, dropping his badge. Ellen followed. I offered, I can help fix this. Legally, ethically. The system had bred Brenda. I'd dismantle it. 2 days later, a blocked call. Tennis courts, tonight, alone. I went, cicadas humming in the dim. Nina Chun stepped out, cigarette shaking. I kept records. Brenda hid financials, but I copied everything. She handed me an envelope, spreadsheets, checks, emails from HOA Queen for Life. Brenda ran a racket. Fines funneled to KW Property Services LLC, her shell company. $122,400 for fake landscaping, $8,900 to her cousin's security firm, $21,700 from a ghost fundraiser, all buried, approved by scared bored cronies. She threatened my house, Nina said. Single mum, couldn't risk it. You did right, I said. I sent it to Laura. She called, This is fraud, beyond trespassing. A week later, news screamed, HOA head in fraud probe. Brenda's mugshot glared. Intimidation, rigged votes, lies exposed. Neighbours dug deeper. Brenda had a shadow board. Victor Lang, Carla Sims, Evan Holt, rubber stamping her scams, reaping perks. Victor's $20,000 Reno. Carla's free driveway. Evan's cushy rental deal. Laura found 50 calls between Brenda and Victor pre-break-in. They feared my surveillance, planned to strike first. Threats followed. Letters, slashed tires, a brick through Nina's window. I told Laura, subpoenas go public. News hit. HOA RICO case, Sycamore Hills. Evan was nabbed at dawn. Conspiracy, fraud. Carla surrendered, hoping for leniency. Victor fled, caught deleting files. In court, Brenda pled guilty. Trespassing, embezzlement, obstruction, claiming protection. The judge scoffed. Your kingdom for years. Restitution ordered. Justice landed. That night, Sycamore Hills gathered. No HOA, just freedom. Nina and Mrs. Adair joined. Drinks, laughter, kids free. The HOA rebooted. Elections, audits, transparency. Brenda and her shadow board were gone, their racket dust. My house was mine again, peace earned. I'd fought one battle, but the war against tyrants like Brenda, whether in HOAs or cartels, was never over. I'd be ready.